often approach any question and you realize that algebraically you don't know how to solve it, and it takes a lot of time and wastes a lot of time in your exams to solve for algebra stuffs. So in this video I decided to share all algebra general equations that can help you ace your questions. Alright, I don't know whether can it be ace, but at least something fairly useful. To start, a times square root b over c. What is the answer? How do you summarize them into one term? Alright, I'll just write a square of square root, because a square root is just a, right? Times square root b over c, which is equals to a square b over the whole thing over c. Alright, if you want to make things more nicer, you can just bring the c also. You will have a square b over c square. Alright, this is the first cheat code. If you don't know what I mean, just type in some numbers. If a is equals to 1, b is equals to 2, c is equals to 3, go and play with numbers with this general equation. You should feel fairly useful on this. Alright, square root a over square root b is equals to square root a over b. Alright, this is just some proof. Okay, a over b times square root c over d. What the hell is this? Rewrite this whole thing by a over b square root the whole thing. Alright, and then you can just rewrite as a square over b square times c over d. If you square root times, you're just simply multiplying each other into each other. So I have square root a square c b square d. Alright, so this term simply describes this term. You see the level a over b can be rewritten into such confusing things. So yeah, take note of this term. A over square root a is equals to square root a. What the hell, man? Where is the a coming? Where the a goes? You know, if I were to rewrite these things as a multiplied by inverse half, a to the power of half is equals to square root a. Okay, just to let you know. And therefore, if I were to inverse them, a minus half is simply equals to 1 over square root a. Okay, this is just the meaning. I mean, this term is equals to 1 over square root a. Alright, if I were to do that, a1 times a minus half is equals to a half. Right, just some algebraically multiplication type of thing, exponential multiplication or something like that, and just rewrite this, you'll get square root a. This is one good concept. Alright, what about square root a over a? You have 1 over square root a. Okay, that's something different. If you want to know why, you just go and check it out. Alright, you use the method that I just used, you should get something like that. I'm not gonna do because it's yours to practice. A over b over 1 plus a over b, what the hell? Right, equals to a over b plus a. It's just simply multiplying the whole equation by b, that's all. Alright, so if I were to do that, what do I mean? Alright, you may wonder. But multiply the whole equation by b over b, which is just this whole thing is equals to 1. I didn't change anything. Alright, I would have a b b b plus a b over b. Right, therefore if I cancel, I would have a b plus a, this one, da-da. A exponential b plus xc over c. How do you rewrite this term? My fault, I should write this as that. Alright, a over b plus xc over whole thing c. Alright, and therefore what we can do is to just sum. It's just algebraically difference. It's just b over c plus xc over c. Alright, it's the same thing. You should type in the calculator, put in some values, you should check it out. Alright, now I should rewrite this term. I can also rewrite this term, not I should, but equals to a times ax because c and c cancel, so I have ax times ab over c, and that's all I have. Alright, now this is the last boss. Okay, how do I change this to something that is simplified, or perhaps, in other words, I will just present you this answer half. I want you to change this and break it down in terms of a whole number and something with a denominator x. Alright, this thing is it can be utilized in integration. Alright, if you talk about integrations, you're gonna rearrange this into this so that you can integrate easier. Alright, so if you find that why am I learning all this, because all this algebra helps you in engineering. Alright, but let's just continue first. Alright, how do I do this? How do I solve for these things using a plus b, and then just write 6x plus 1. Okay, this should be credited to one of my friend who helped me to learn this. We should be thankful to him. Alright, let's go. So therefore, what we can do is to multiply the whole system by 6x plus 1. Alright, if you were to do that, I will have 6x plus 1, a plus b equals to, there's no equals, or equals to 3x plus 2, sorry. So this thing is 3x plus 2, 6x plus 1. Okay, this is somewhat the general equation. Alright, I repeat again, if you want to solve for this one, you put it over here, write a plus b over your denominator. Okay, now after which I multiply everything by 6x plus 1. Alright, because I repeat again because I think I didn't explain it fairly well enough. Alright, so I'll multiply this whole thing by the denominator term, 6x plus 1. So I will have a times 6x plus 1 plus b equals to 3x plus 2 times 6x plus 1, 6x plus 1. And then I cancel, and I cancel, because they are all 6x plus 1. I would have 6ax plus a is equals to 3x plus 2. Now I forget plus b also. I'm very tired, I don't know why, but yeah. Plus b, because there is some b over here, so I expand this, it will become this one comes here, this one, the leftover here. Alright, now we know that then we can group. Alright, we see the coefficient x and there's x over here, so 6ax is equals to 3x, and therefore 6a is equals to 3, and a is equals to 1/3, no, half, because 3 over 6 is equals to half. And now let's take a look at the coefficient. If there's nothing coefficient, alright, so we know that a plus b is equals to 2, because there's no x over here, there's no x over here also, right? This is just some numbers, and therefore we know that a is equals to half plus b is equals to 2. We know that b is equals to 1.5, and therefore this explains why we have this term, right? Half, this half is a, which is the initial formula, right? And then b is 3 over 2, which is 1.5. I write it over here, divided by 6x plus 1. So I'm just simply subbing in back a and b, and we can get this form done. Alright, I hope this set of algebra helped, and don't find that this is totally useless. I mean useless. Don't think that this is useless, because all these stuffs are all appearing in engineering problems, and without algebra manipulations you're gonna kill yourself. Alright, so this is a good tool. I think that it is very useful, and I shall see you soon in some other stuffs. Goodbye.